meron na namang nangyari at medyo mabigat to guys, sa totoo lang. Kasi this is about yung mga illegal na nagko-cross ng border papunta ng US. Hello guys, it's me again, Nardino TV, and for today guys, we have a very interesting and at the same time sensitive topic for me, no, because guys, sa channel natin ayoko maging or sound racist, no, kasi guys hindi ko talaga yan gusto at hindi natin yan i-promote at hindi natin yan kukonsintihin yung pagiging racist, yung bully, di ba? So hindi yan okay for me. Kahit nga yung sabihin ko lang yung topic medyo medyo naiilang ako guys kasi nga hindi ako sanay sa mga ganyan mga bagay. Pero kasi kumbaga open information na to sa lahat, no. Ang topic natin ngayon guys is about yung sa mga nangyayari dito, in particular sa mga immigrants na nanggaling from India, no. So yung mga Indians, no. So yan yung another highlight na naman natin ngayon kasi kung nanonood kayo sa mga ibang mga vloggers at sa news dito sa Canada, hindi na bago sa inyo na meron kayong maririnig na news about them, no. Kabilaan ng ang po-protest, 'di ba? Like yung sa mga international students na nagpo-protest ngayon kasi gusto nilang magkaroon ng clear pathway, right, sa PR, 'di ba? Kaya nga yung iba ang sabi they sounds entitled, 'di ba? Kasi hindi ko rin alam kung saan nanggaling na bakit sila nagde-demand ng ganun. Kasi kami guys, nanggaling din po kami sa student pathway, and simula pa lang clear sa amin na walang clear pathway for PR. Pag nag-student ka, walang documentation or walang policy si Canada na sinabi na pag nag-student ka, after mo mag-aral, clear 100% mapi-PR ka. Wala pong ganun. And alam po ito lahat ng mga nag-student visa guys. At yung mga na pumasok sa mga legit na agency at saka yung mga nag-DIY, alam natin to guys, yung sa SOP natin, yung statement of purpose, di ba? Nilalagay natin yung medyo ending part ng letter. Sa mga hindi po nakakaalam, yung SOP, sinasubmit po yan after mong makakuha ng acceptance letter from the school, no? So, sinasubmit po yan na babasahin niya ng VO or ng visa officer para malaman nila kung bakit mo gustong mag-aral sa Canada. At nilalagay natin doon sa part, yung doon sa, medyo last part yun na pagkatapos mag-aral dito, clear sa'yo na babalik ka ng Pilipinas. Whether truthful yun o hindi, we have the idea na alam natin na babalik tayo ng Pilipinas pagkatapos nating mag-aral. Kaya hindi alam kung bakit ang daming salahi nila na nagrereklamo about it, di ba? And ako rin po, meron din akong sariling experience, no, sa kanila, no. Like nung mga nagsisimula pa lang kami dito, guys, no. Lagi ko nakikita 'yan sa lahi nila. Hindi ko maintindihan kung bakit, no. Kasi dito sa Canada, guys, bawat kanto merong kayong makikitang pedestrian. Doon tumatawid ang mga tao. Pero makikita mo sila, hindi nila ginagamit 'yon madalas, They are a few steps away from the pedestrian, pero pipiliin pa rin nila mag-jaywalk. Yung mga ganong mga simpleng bagay, bakit hindi tayo sumunod? And nung last year lang, December guys, so na-rear-ended kami, meaning nabangga kami sa likod guys ng isang Indian. Process dito guys, kapag nakabangga ka or na-involve ka sa isang accident, insurance to insurance ang mag-uusap niyan. So para lang meron kang reference, ang hihingin mo lang doon sa nakabangga mo or nabangga ka is yung driver's license at saka yung insurance. Picture mo lang as a reference. That's what I did, no? Pero yung nakabangga sa akin, ang sinasabi niya, wala daw siyang insurance, no? Ayaw niya talagang ipakita, ayaw niya ibigay. But, of course, I need to call police, So, nag-call ako ng 911. Sinek nila sa database, it turns out, meron naman pala siyang insurance. So, bakit ka magsisinungaling? Napakasimple naman nun, di ba? So, again, hindi magandang experience sa kanila, no? But guys, don't get me wrong, hindi po lahat. Na-highlight lang po talaga yung iba. Diba? Kasi guys, bago pa ako mag-Canada, I have a lot of friends from India. Lalo na guys, nung nagpunta ako or nakapag-work ako sa Malaysia for a few months, no? So meron akong mga naging friends from Mumbai, from Pune, even from Pakistan guys, may mga friends talaga ako doon. And dahil nga naging maganda yung relationship ko dun sa isang kawork ko guys na from Mumbai, ginawa ko pa siyang ninong nung anak ko. Ganon siya naging close sa akin, di ba? Napansin ko lang guys, based on my experience, no, yung lahi nila extreme, no? Meaning, kapag naka-encounter ka ng mabait, guys, sobrang bait talaga, sobrang responsible. Halimbawa sa work, no? Makikita mo talaga yung commitment, dedicated talaga sila sa trabaho, magaling makasama. Ganon, guys, you know? Pero, sorry for my words, pag naka-encounter ka man ng kupal, guys, talagang to the highest level. Na-experience ko rin yan sa work, you know? Pati yung ugali and everything, talagang makikita mo na talagang maiinis ka talaga, di ba? So, again, hindi ko po nila lahat, guys. Meron pong marami sa kanila talaga na okay naman. Mabubuting tao naman. It's just that marami din talaga sa kanila ang pasaway, you know? And meron pong na-upload si Miss Ina, no? Ang ganda po nung video niya about sa isang Indian na sinasabi niya yung mga negative sides ng mga kauri niya. Imagine guys so kalahi niya, sinasabi niya yung mga negative at kung paano siya, you know, nalulungkot about. Wala pong pinagkaiba yan sa Pinoy, you know. Nakashare na rin po ako ng experience na dito. Talagang nangyayari din po yan. Kumbaga hindi na po yan kakaiba, you know. Hindi madalas pero nangyayari po talaga yan dito, you know. And siguro kasi they are one of the majority, no. So kahit naman hindi nyo yan i-search or sa stats, sa numbers, pag nakarating kayo dito sa Canada guys, mafe-feel nyo talaga na they are one of the majority. Marami po talaga sila dito. Ang napapansin ko guys na marami dito, Chinese at saka yun nga, Indians, no? Kahit saan ka pumunta dito, meron yan. Ngayon guys, meron na namang nangyari at medyo mabigat to guys, sa totoo lang. Kasi this is about yung mga illegal na nagko-cross ng border papunta ng US. Yan yung news na nakita ko a few days. Right? So, yan yung itatackle natin for today. Panoorin natin yung video guys at mag-comment tayo about it. Alright?
Illegal border crossings into the United States from Canada have skyrocketed over the past few years, and in particular, this year. Coincidentally, at the same time, Canada's own population has skyrocketed with millions of new non-permanent residents.
Normally peaceful and picturesque Niagara River, tonight running at the center of the northern border's emerging migrant crisis.
The number of people crossing from Canada into New England is rising rapidly.
Tonight, America's newest border crisis, this one up north.
It's definitely a huge issue.
Law enforcement officials in the North Country are sounding the alarm as recent data shows an unprecedented rise in the number of illegal crossings on the northern border.
And these people aren't just wandering migrants looking for the American dream. It turns out that last year, over 480 migrants who entered the United States from Canada were on the U.S. terror watch list.
Last fiscal year, Border Patrol apprehended 564 people.
Okay guys, to make clear lang, no, hindi naman niya sinabi doon na yung mga nasa terror watch list are all Indians. Wala naman siyang sinabi doon, no. And ano bang ibig sabihin pag nasa terror watch list ka, no? So, sinearch natin yan guys. Ang sabi dito, born out of the event of 9/11 and created in 2003, the TSC maintains the US government's consolidated terror watch list, a single database of identifying information about those known to be reasonably suspected of being involved in terrorist activity. So, yung mga ganon guys. So unfortunately, and let's continue guys.
On the terror watch list, of them, 484 were encountered on the northern border.
But who exactly are these illegal border jumpers and where do they come from? Well, according to new data from the U.S. Customs and Border Patrol, in June alone, over 5,000 Indian migrants attempted to enter the United States illegally from Canada, a new record. In just March of this past year, over 1,000...
Again guys, wala naman dun sinabi na yung illegal migrants na yon is nasa terror watch list. Just to make clear lang po, wala naman siyang sinabi doon, no? So yeah, but again, malaki pa rin yung numbers, guys, na mga illegally nagko-cross ng border from Canada to US. Maybe because yun ang malapit, guys, no? Kasi ang pagitan lang ng Canada and US is just a border, right? So hindi imposible talaga.
Migrants were apprehended at the Vermont border crossing with Quebec. The majority of them, over 400, were from India. But in that 1,000 group, over 40 different countries were represented. So people from all over the world are seeing this loophole here, and they're looking to exploit it. Well, in fact, to no one's surprise, the situation doesn't stop there. Now...
So, tama din yun, guys. No? Kasi, if you have illegal intention, diba? So nasa thinking mo na meron kang illegal plan to go somewhere. Halimbawa is nandito ka sa Canada, gusto mo mag-cross ng border, right? And because this news is all over, the country, nalalaman ngayon ng iba na may mga nakakalusot doon sa border na yon. So ikaw, kung meron kang illegal intention, illegal minds, di ba? So magkakaroon ka ngayon ng idea na, doon pala sa spot na yon, pwede pala tayo doon mag-cross, di ba? Kaya din, dumadami yung mga illegal na nag-e-entry on that specific spot. Grabe.
Even the United Kingdom is voicing its concerns to Ottawa after a surge of Indians holding Canadian visas while traveling through the UK have abandoned their trips to Canada and immediately claimed asylum in the...
Okay. Etong asylum, guys, naririnig ko na to last year pa no. Pero hindi ko alam kung gaano siya katotoo, no. So doon sa may mga nakakaalam, guys, i-comment nyo naman, no. Kasi ang naririnig ko dati nung maraming ma-expire na student visa or work permits, ang isang way nila is to file an asylum. Pero hindi ko alam kung paano nila yun gagawin. But, ano ba ang meaning ng asylum, no? Ako, guys, hindi rin ako familiar about it. So, ni-research lang natin, no? Ang sabi dito, an asylum seeker is a person who has left their country and is seeking protection from persecution and serious human rights violation in another country, but who wasn't yet being legally recognized as a refugee and is waiting to receive a decision on their asylum claim. So, yan daw ang meaning ng asylum. So, based dito sa news, guys, may mga nagta-travel papuntang UK galing dito sa Canada na may mga visa na in transit papuntang UK is nagfa-file sila ng asylum. Diba? So, if maging successful yon, they have ways to stay in UK. Diba? At kung maraming gumagawa ng ganun, guys, at nagiging successful, hindi imposible na mapapansin yan ng government bakit dumadami ang nag-a-asylum. Kasi nga, na-abuse yung process. Diba? Sounds familiar, guys? Na-abuse yung process.
The UK. Over 1,000 people have done this, by the way, prompting the UK and the United States to call on Ottawa to strengthen visa measures.
The number of Indian nationals seeking asylum in the UK during transit to Canada has spiked alarmingly in recent years. In 2022, there was a 100...
So yun, guys, no? Sabi nga niya na because of this, for sure magkakaroon ng policy changes. Hindi ba kayo nagtataka kung bakit di maraming policy changes ngayon dito sa Canada? Yeah, well, marami ang nagsasabi because of the election and everything. Of course, that is part of it, right? But, of course, katulad nito, nakikita ng UK government na tumataas ang bilang, di ba, ng mga Indians na pumapasok sa port nila at nagde-declare ng asylum, di ba? So, dahil doon, of course, pag-aaralan nila ngayon yan. At pag nalaman nila na na-abuse yan at hindi naman talaga nagagamit ng tama, ano pa ba ang next step niyan? Of course, changes sa policy. Right? So, dito, guys, makikita natin yung surge talaga, no, from 2021 up to 2023 times 3, di ba? Yung numbers ng gumagamit ng ganitong technique para makapunta sila sa UK. But again guys, hindi ko alam kung yung 1,300 na yan is nangangadi ba talaga yung buhay nila o talagang nagsisik sila ng shelter. I don't know guys, but these are the numbers, no?
136% increase in the number of Indians seeking asylum at port in the UK compared to the previous year. And by 2023, the number had risen even further, with 1,319 Indians seeking asylum in the UK, many of them Canada-bound transit passengers.
So Canada, under Justin Trudeau's disastrous open border policies, has now become the source of a predominantly Indian-led migrant surge, drawing the ire of our two most important allies. Well, according to U.S. Border Patrol officers, the majority of people who enter the United States illegally from Canada are involved in human smuggling operations like this.
And Eric says most of the people who come are involved in smuggling. This video shows.
Okay guys, again, hindi naman dito sinabi na yung involved dito sa illegal thing is Indians, no? Wala namang ganung sinabi, but of course, ang sabi nga nila, majority ng mga nagko-cross ng border illegally is involved in this kind of illegal things, right?
Shows attempted human smuggling in New York last year stopped by Border Patrol.
The numbers last year in the Swanton sector alone, that's New York, Vermont, and New Hampshire, that area of the United States saw an 800% increase in border crossings from the year prior. Back in February, I had the chance to speak with Tom Homan, the former acting director of U.S. Immigrations, Customs, and Enforcement under Donald Trump, and I asked him about this issue exactly.
After 9/11, GAO did a study, and they said that a terrorist crossing the northern border is 10 times more likely than one crossing the southern border. And then
wow. Narinig nyo yun guys? Yung mga illegal daw na terrorist or yung mga taong illegal na nagko-cross ng border papuntang US, mas marami pa yung galing ng north kaysa galing ng south. Kung makikita nyo ang mapa, di ba? Nasa gitna ang US, nasa taas is Canada, which is nasa north, at yung nasa baba is Mexico, which is yung south. Nung kabataan natin guys, di ba, and from the past years, pag sinabi nating illegal na nagko-cross ng border papuntang US, ang laging napapabalita is Mexicans, di ba? Again po, not to discriminate, yun lang po talaga yung nasa news, no? But again, sinasabi dito sa news, based sa kanilang report, mas marami ang nagagaling ng north 10 times compared sa mga nagagaling ng south. That is surprising, you know? But again, hindi naman po sinabi na lahat yung mga illegal na nagagaling na yun sa north or I guess from Canada is mga Indians. Wala naman pong sinabing ganun dito, di ba?
Number of people off the terrorist watch list crossed the northern border last year, almost double the southern, but we never talk about it. Crossings in the northern border up 400 to 600%, depending on what sector you look at. I grew up near Alex Bay, you know, again in Aquay, Kingston area, and their numbers are sky high. So, and the problem is with the Canadian border, we got very few Border Patrol agents up there, and half of them have been assigned to the southern border, which means there's very little patrol on the northern border also. It's a big national security vulnerability.
Ayun. So, di ba nga, ang sabi niya, yung mga naka-assign sa north na border, pinadala nila sa south. Kasi nga, hindi normal, di ba? Hindi nila expected na mas marami ang magagaling sa north. Kasi ang usual talaga, guys, is from the south.
But the situation on Canada's west coast is just as bad with human smuggling. There were 42,913 encounters in the 2023 U.S. fiscal year, up from 12,345 2 years earlier. In the first half of the current fiscal year, there have been 27,483 encounters. Only 166 people were actually apprehended by U.S. Border Patrol agents in 2021. That number rose to 494 in 2022. In 2023, that number rose again to 1,662. And by May of this year, the number of arrests was already past 1,800. And math...
So makikita talaga natin, guys, it's growing, no? Hindi siya bumababa. Constant tumataas yung numbers. Which is, kung nasa government ka and kung nasa security ka, sector ka ng, you know, ng country, this is alarming, di ba?
Matthew Murphy, an assistant special agent with Homeland Security, told CBC News in May of this year that Indians were the #1 group seen trying to cross the border illicitly. Border data shows 7,056 encounters with Indian nationals at the BC-Washington border in the...
Yun lang, guys. O ito na talaga. Well, nanggaling yan sa kanilang report, di ba? Sa US na ang #1 group ngayon is mga Indians, di ba? Hindi po yan galing sa atin, guys. Galing po yan sa news, no? Well, nafi-feel ko yung sama ng loob kung sakaling ako'y isang Indian, di ba? Kasi this is an international thing, no? Itong news na to is US, di ba? Na talagang ang daming nakakaalam na country, no? Para itag ka as a #1 group seen trying to cross the border illegally, di ba? At ang shows is mga 7,056. Hindi po konti yan. Marami-rami yan, guys, no?
The first half of the current U.S. fiscal year. But the latest data, the numbers from June of this year, show that the situation with Indian migrants entering the United States illegally through Canada has reached a tipping point. Over 5,000 Indians...
Well, guys, again, siguro kaya sila na-highlight kasi nga sila ang majority, no? Marami talaga ang nagpunta dito. Pero again, hindi po laging on the negative side, eh. Kasi sabihin natin you are the majority, diba? Pero kung gumagawa ka ng maganda, gumagawa ka ng mabuti, maganda yung highlight, diba? Pero pag gumawa ka rin ng negative, kahit sabihin mong iilan-ilan lang yan, iilan lang dun sa 1,000 or millions of Indians na nandito, kahit sabihin natin yung mga 1,000 lang, 500 lang doon ay yun ang pasaway, di ba? Since kayo ang majority, na-highlight yung buong population ng Indian immigrant. Yun ang tingin ko dito na for me, naniniwala pa rin ako na hindi lahat ng nasa lahi nila pasaway. You know? May mga iilan-ilan lang talaga, but again, the fact na sila or kabilang sila sa majority ng mga immigrants dito sa Canada, may gumawa lang na small portion ng population nila, lahat sila ngayon damay-damay na highlight, di ba? That's the sad reality about it.
Indians were apprehended at the US border after illegally trying to enter the United States on foot. Here is how the English language Indian press have reported on the latest figures.
According to Customs and Border Protection, a record high 5,000 undocumented Indians entered the United States from Canada on foot in June alone. For the first time ever, a higher number of Indian...
Wow, 5,000 undocumented, no? So parang parang sangay-sangay yung process. Of course dito naghihigpit, 'di ba? So probably hindi na sila maka-renew ng contract or maka-renew ng visa or hindi na tumuloy sa pagiging student. So ano ang mas malapit na country kesa bumalik sila sa home country nila? Malapit is US, 'di ba? Kaya probably yun ang reason kung bakit may surge or yung pagdami ng mga migrants na Indian na illegal na pumapasok sa US, 'di ba?
Immigrants have
per
entered the
news.
United States via the Canadian border than the Mexican one. Washington has alerted Ottawa as concerns mount over the Trudeau government's visa policies.
Stretching nearly 9,000 kilometers, which is more than twice as long as the US-Mexico border, this vast route has seen an unprecedented surge in undocumented Indian immigrants crossing into the United States. In June 2024, the situation reached a tipping point. That month alone, a record 5,152 undocumented Indians crossed from Canada into the US on foot. In 2023, a record 96,917 Indians were apprehended unlawfully crossing from Canada into the US between October 2022.
Wow. 96,000 plus. So almost 100 guys, yung mga illegal Indians na pumapasok ng US border. Right? So ganyan karami guys, 'di ba? And again, if you are part of the government, especially in the security, this number is really alarming. Okay?
And September 2023.
Furthermore, we now know that Indians with Canadian visas are attempting to just claim asylum in the UK and abandon their trips to Canada in transit. And according to Immigration News Canada, asylum claims by Indians.
So, the same procedure guys, yung kanina 'di ba sa UK, no? So ito, the same na process from Canada papunta silang US, and then they will just file asylum, 'di ba?
Indians at Canadian airports has increased by 500%. Meanwhile, the numbers are even crazier for Bangladesh asylum claims and Nigerian asylum claims, increasing over 1,200% and 700% respectively. And by June of this year, the number of Indians claiming asylum in Canada has already more than doubled the previous year's number, which was...
Ito yung guys, yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na naririnig ko na even last year, no, na yun nga kasi na napapabalita rin na humihigpit na, you know, may mga mag-i-end na ng contract, mag-i-end na ng PGWP, mag-i-end na ng student visa. So, ang ginagawa nila guys is magpa-file sila ng asylum. Kung paano nila yun ginagawa, hindi ko alam, but based on the news guys, right? So, sabi dito, yung total number ng mga nagki-claim ng asylum na Indian nationals dito sa Canada is na doble for 2024.
Itself a record. So what happens now for Canada if we don't do anything about this? Well, we already know the domestic situation in Canada when it comes to mass immigration. But if Canada can't get this situation under control, and transnational criminal organizations and human smugglers continue to operate out of Canada by smuggling people into the United States, well, this is going to have an impact on Canada. The United States, especially if Donald Trump is elected as president, is almost certainly going to do something about this situation. And it's not going to be good for Canadians or the Canadian economy. So this is a real situation, and one that I hope the Canadian government is taking seriously.
Okay, yung last na message na yun, guys, actually, tama yun, no? Again, of course, kung merong na-abuse na policy, may gagawin ng government dyan. Diba? At sabi pa niya, no, si Donald Trump nga, diba? Kung siya ang magiging next na president ng US, hindi natin alam kung ano ang magiging effect nito sa Canadian government, sa Canadian economy, no? Kasi nga, syempre, this is a negative effect. Hindi lang to sa mga Indians, diba? But of course, yung sa totality ng mga Canadians, of course, yung mga illegal na yon is nanggaling sa Canada, di ba? So possible na yung mga changes sa policy ng US is hindi lang makaka-affect sa mga Indians na nag-cross ng border, but at the same time, sa whole population ng Canada, hindi natin alam. Yan guys, yung another unfortunate news, di ba? Unfortunate event dito sa Canada with regards to Indians. But again guys, sinasabi ko kanina, hindi po natin nilalahat. Hindi po lahat ng mga Indians is ganyan. Sinabi ko nga po kanina, marami akong naging kaibigan hanggang ngayon, guys. Hanggang ngayon, sa office, meron akong mga kasamang Indians na talagang mabubuting tao, guys. Na maaasahan mo. Siguro, it's just very unfortunate na sila yung nakakarami. At dahil sila ang nakakarami, pag may nagawa yung maliit na portion ng mga race nila, na-highlight yung buong Indian community na sa totoo lang, hindi naman po lahat. Okay? So yun lang guys. Thank you again for watching and see you again on my next video. Peace.